Hi everyone! I just finished watching the previous episode with Avatar, and I'm like, I'm not gonna wait until next week. I'm gonna do this final episode like right now, and I am super excited for that. And last episode was basically Aang going on this spiritual journey to figure out what he's gonna do when he faces the Fire Lord. And then you had Zuko reunite with Iroh. You had Iroh and the members of the Lotus wanting to reconquer Ba Sing Se. You have Sokka and Toph, right? And Suki going to the place where the ships are to try to find a way to destroy those ships. And then you had Katara and Zuko going to the fire, going to face Azula, basically. So yeah, that's where the episode ended. And I'm excited for this final episode. Wait, is it the final episode? Or is it? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if this is final episode or not. It should be, right? I don't know. We'll see. Because I'm looking at my Netflix. It's like we're like midway through the episode. You know how it's like a whole episode mismatched together. Whatever. I feel like it's 2 episodes because when I started this, I watched 2 episodes of it, and we're like in the middle of it, and so I guess there's gonna be 2 more episodes. And here I was so excited, thinking that it was gonna be the final episode, but no. Okay, well, we'll see. So, before we get into this episode, if you guys want a reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/family. And now let's start this episode. And here we go. Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comments in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review. I guess if I want to finish with Avatar today, I have to watch the comment is here. And here I ended the last episode thinking it was going to be the final episode this season, or whatever. Of course, they came out. Why did I think it was just gonna be 1 episode? Of course, she's having her hair. Whatever, man. Why did I think it was just gonna be resolved in 1 episode? There's a lot of things that. Cherries have pit. Don't they have pit? There goes the fleet. After it. My girl! Did you even make it? Okay. Why are they in the V formation? For victory? You're gonna be defeated. Keep your green over there. It's just gonna be short-lived. Keep banishing people. Keep at it. She's just pissed off that the girls turned on her. That's what it is. Nobody can tell me otherwise. Ooh, what the heck was that? Why did she even knock if she was gonna... Ooh. My girl is freaking awesome. Yes. Huh? And they went. They funny weird. I don't know. Do they do that normally? I don't know. Oh, there's actually someone's birthday. Worst birthday ever, right? She gonna banish them too? Both of you are banished. Ah, yeah. She is losing it, and I love it. The Order of the White Lotus. Why did I? Let's see how. Ooh. Look at him just breathing, and look at the fire. Woo! Oh my god, this is so exciting. Charlie! Oh my goodness. Two firebending masters. Oh, mommy. She actually there? Or is it imagination? Imagination. That's what I thought. At least try to destroy the other ships. You know, keep them from reaching the destination. Aang is waiting. Aang is waiting. Destroy the ships. Destiny awaits. Oh my gosh, they're on top of a volcano. Is it a volcano or is it the big fire thing that he did? What does the... Oh, let me just not say what I was about to say. Go. Yeah, go Aang. Take care of the other ships. Huh? Oh, is it gonna bump into one of the ships and then they're gonna bump into, look how they are looking like V's. Wow. Is that what I'm thinking? Is that what's gonna happen? Dang it. Look at them destroying this beautiful earth with their fire. Boom, 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 boom. Master Planner Sucker. Oh, he's protecting her. Sucker. The new Fire Lord is here. The rightful or mm-hmm, rightful Fire Lord. Mhm. Yep. Uh, this whole thing started with an agony guy and it's gonna end with one. Oh my gosh. Susan's come and make their fire. I love the way he's using all the members, all the elements or whatever. Ooh. Just what Tough just did, with the metal. I thought he was gonna redirect it like Zuko taught him. There you go. Oh, he didn't. That was. I knew he wasn't gonna be able to kill him. Okay, is the light thing gonna work now? Whatever, like the lion turtle thing he did to him. Look at them destroy. I was say destroying the palace or whatever, but. But it's just beautiful, beautiful looking. He was just egging her on, right? Really? Of course she will do that. Of course she will do that. Oh man, boss. You know what? Let's just go straight into it. 22 minutes and 56 seconds, because I'm like, hey, why not? This is the last episode. I don't know, the fact that with Aang being in that circle of Earth, it reminded me of when he was stuck in the ice, in the beginning of the show. And then this guy is like, you can't hide in there forever. And he basically was trying to hide. And then he got stuck in the ice. So I don't know. I feel like it's a nice. Suki? Suki? She's gonna show back up, right? Isn't she? But what happened? I feel like I missed what happened. Oh, it was the boomerang? Aw. What are you thinking? This is the episode. Crown Avatar Aang. So this is your episode. Is that like a mini? Oh my gosh, he's in the Avatar state. He got knocked into the Avatar state. It got reopened. Oh, but don't have yourself killed though in the Avatar state, because that would be like the end. So no, he's not gonna die. Oh my goodness. Oh my freaking goodness. Look at him. He's controlling like everything. Fire, earth, and water. Dang. Dang. All the things like swirling around him like in circles and stuff. What the heck? So cool. Now what you gonna do with that? Burning the Fire Nation flag. Symbol. Flag. Does he have full control of the Avatar state now? Because, that's what his training was. What idea do you have? Ooh. Wow. Kotara. That was so good. Yeah. I don't know how people fight that fast. I will be knocking myself into those pillars of rocks. I love how Egg has him on the run, like on the defensive and all that. But like, how are you actually gonna defeat him? Like, this is all cool and everything. Are you gonna kill him though? Isn't that the okay? And now what's the plan? Which is dang it! Oh, I was about to say, did he stop by himself? Okay, he stopped by himself, right? Why are you turning your back on him? Why are you turning your back on him? Uh huh. Oh, that's the thing that the lion turtle. Okay. They made the energy within themselves. So is he gonna stop the energy within him? Oh. What you doing, buddy? So his spirit is unbendable, okay? So he's not gonna be corrupted or destroyed, right? What the heck is going on? I know something momentous is happening. I just don't know what it is. Do you see how you're bending? Yes, he does. He's using water to squat. Okay. I love how when you see the movements, you can imagine what elements they're trying to paint. Because water is so like flowy. Hmm. Now that I'm thinking about it, is the idea of him stopping his bending, was it mentioned in the second Avatar, with the waterbending girl? Was it something that was central in that show? Because I started watching that as well, but it didn't grab me. He can still fight, right? Man. That's so cute. They're cute. And Aang and Katara are cute. But I still prefer, you know. Ah, look at all these. Oh, this show is ending. What the? She has such a natural ability of making friends and stuff, so that makes sense. Oh, look at these two. Just like it was at first between Sozan and Roku. I was about to say, where's Azula? She must be in prison. Oh, that's the father. Oh. Where's my mother? What kind of game is that? Earthbending game is that? Is that by Sensei? Oh, T. Look at all of them. Ah, these people. Are they finally gonna be together? Are we gonna end on a kiss? Oh, the end. It really is the end. Okay. I can do my discussion right now because I have to go pick up my brother from the airport. So I guess I'll just pause the recording and come back to it later. Okay, I'm back after I picked up my brother. Also, like, it took the time to eat. It's been like more than an hour. And now I'm like, do I even remember what happened? Oh my goodness. This was a satisfying conclusion to this anime. First of all, I'm like, okay, I feel like I should go by people. There was a lot of stuff going on in this last two episodes. So let's just start with Avatar Aang. Okay. He was waiting, right, on the cliff where that was, and then Ozai showed up with his fleet. And when Aang saw him, he basically used, I think he used earthbending, if I believe, to basically down his ship. And Avatar Ozai saw him, right? And then he jumped on wherever they were. And then they started fighting. It was really cool to see him use all those elements when he came to fighting Ozai. But then again, Ozai was getting the upper hand. And then that moment where he hit his back, like where, that was exactly where Azula shot him, right? With her lightning at one point when he almost died and Katara brought him back to life. So that was that exact point, right? And then I started remembering like what he was trying to do during that particular moment. And he was trying to get to the Avatar state, right? And that's when she hit him and then he died and Katara brought him back. So him hitting that particular moment, I feel like it was basically reopened the way to the Avatar state, right? That was previously closed. And yeah, he got to that state and he was just, you see all the elements swirling around him and he was doing his stuff. And, you know, Ozai was like on the run, on the defensive. He tried to throw in some moves here and there, but he wasn't really doing anything. And the decisive moment came where, you know, Avatar Aang. Well, when Aang was, technically, he could have killed Ozai there, but he stopped himself. And then he's like, no, it's not gonna work out that way. And then he's turning it back on him. And I'm like, boy, why are you turning your back on him? That didn't do anything. Because he could feel the vibrations, you know, with earthbending, and he knew what he was gonna do. And then he basically held him in shackles with earthbending. And then when he put his hand, you know, on the thing and then over there, I'm like, that reminded me of the lion turtle thing, you know, with the and stuff. So I'm like, is he about to impart whatever? What was he about to do? I'm like, well, what are you trying to do? And then there was like a flashback to what the lion turtle was telling him at that moment. And he said something about before all the bending they used to bend the energy inside yourself or something or other. And then he said some things. And then I don't know exactly what the heck was happening in that moment. Because you see this yellowish energy filling Ozai, right? I'm guessing supposing to represent firebending. And then you see this sort of like light blue energy thing overflowing Aang, right? Which I'm assuming he's representing air or water. I don't know. But then he seems like he like transferred Ozai's energy, whatever, into himself, and then he put something else in. He transferred his energy into Ozai. I don't know exactly what happened there. Like, I was confused. But the point is, he took away his bending. I don't know if I mentioned this last episode. Probably mentioned it. Yeah, I'm sure I mentioned it. What was the name of the next bending show? The girl's name, I'm trying to remember. Legend of Korra. In the Legend of Korra, was the fact that you can take someone, I feel like the fact that you can take someone's bending away was a really big deal in that show. Like I said, I started watching it, but it wasn't really grabbing me, and then I stopped. But I feel like that was like a main thing in that show. And then there was someone, I think, that was trying to, like, if you take someone's bending away, that there was a way that you can bring it back or something or other. I don't know, I might be wrong. But that's where I think I came up with the idea of Aang taking his bending away. And that's basically what he did. And yeah, he wasn't killed. Because I knew Aang was not going to kill him. And he took his bending away. And now he's rotting in prison. And then that's it. Now, by the end there, after, you know what, let's talk about Zuko next. Zuko and Katara were going to face Azula, right? And Azula she was losing it. She fired, she was eating cherries, and there was a bit in there, and then she banished the girl, okay? And then she called the Dai Li, and they took 5 minutes to get there, and then she banished them, fired them, whatever. And then what else did she do? Like those old ladies, Lo and Lee, I don't think they've ever said their name before. And they were there, and they were concerned about her, how she was losing and everything. And they mentioned it, and one of them said that she should push the coronation or whatever. She delayed for a little bit, and she got angry with that. And then she's like, both of you do an Agnikai, that they're not firebenders. And then they're like, okay, no, really, like one of you is banished, the other one, I'm like, she was losing it. So when Zuko, the day of the coronation came, right, and then Zuko came in, basically stopped that. And Azula's the one that called for the Agnika, right? And Zuko accepted, if I remember that correctly. And Katara was asking me, why are you doing this? You know she's baiting you into doing that. And even you said that you can't beat her by yourself. And Zuko, seeing Azula knew something was wrong with her, right? And he agreed. And he probably would have won. But then, true to form, Azula did some underhanded thing. He used Zuko's humanity, I guess, against him. Zuko baited her into using her electricity. And instead of directing it at Zuko, she directed it at Katara. And she knew that Zuko was going to try to save Katara at that moment. And then Zuko got hit. He went down. And then she now turned against Katara. And the way Katara got hold of her, I'm like, oh my girl. Oh my girl. She saw some water over there. There was this chain or so there, and then she basically baited Azula into getting her to where she was. She used the water to basically freeze them in ice, I guess. And then she freed herself enough to tie the thing around her and just hold her there. And then she was just like, that's what I was just listening. I'm like, oh my god, that was the last we saw of her. What happened to her after that? I have no clue. But that was such a great image to end on her on. I'm like, y'all know I've never liked Azula. Yeah, she's amazing at what she does, at her villainry, but I've never liked her. I've never found anything good about her, anything redeeming about her. So it's like, that was good enough for me. The way she ended, I'm like, yeah. I think I just wished that Zuko beat her outright. But this way is good too. So Katara went and healed Zuko, right? And then Zuko got crowned the Fire Lord, and then May came back, and they shared a kiss, and then there was this grand ceremony thing, and then Avatar, and why do I keep saying Avatar instead of Aang? And then Aang and Zuko made their way out there. It reminded me, I believe I mentioned this. It reminded me of Roku and Sozin. The scene where they were, what were they doing? There was a scene where they both went out there in front of people, when they were still friends and together and everything like that. I think, was it after Roku came back from his training? I don't know, but it just really reminded me of that. That particular scene. So they went out there and then, okay, so yeah, and then Aang and Katara, it ended on Aang and Katara, right? Yeah, so that's where that ended. Okay, now let's look at Sokka. Okay, Sokka and Toph and Suki. Their thing was that they needed to get rid of the fleet, right? And when they got there, the fleet was already started going up the way, and then my girl, it's like, brought them onto the one particular ship, and then she just armored herself in metal and just took out all the people. I'm like, my girl. So she did that, and then they were following Ozai, right? And they couldn't catch up with him, but then they saw, when they got to where Aang was, they saw Aang was there, and then they saw Ozai and going towards Aang, so they're like, okay, Aang will take care of Ozai, so we need to take care of the ships. And when he said did he say airbending slice or something or other? I knew he was gonna, because you saw how the ships were all in line in the V shape sort of. That's like a slice, right? So he brought the ship around and he just knocked into the other. Was basically slicing them as the ship was going, and then the ship was getting destroyed bit by bit, and they were, trying to get up top and all that, and then they got separated from Suki, and I'm like, Suki, no. But then Aang and Sokka and Toph, they jumped. What they did? Trying to remember. Well, I don't quite remember exactly how the sequence went, but they were falling, right? And Sokka used his sword to basically slow down their descent. And then he got injured, right? His leg. And Toph was dangling, right? He was holding on to Toph, and with one hand, which she was slipping, and then you have the other hand with the sword stuck in the thing. And then I really did not. In my mind, I'm thinking Suki was gonna come and help them at that particular moment, because there were these firebenders like on both sides or something. And I'm like, okay, Suki, but then Suki didn't come at that particular moment. Something happened, and then he used his space sword to launch at the other people, and he's like, bye sword. And yeah, I didn't know exactly what he did at first, and it wasn't until Suki, I think he said something about the boomerang not coming back or something or other. So I'm like, okay, did he use his boomerang, against the others? But how would he do that when he has both of his hands were sort of like, I don't know. I didn't really look at that sequence properly. But then Suki came and, used the ship to knock the other. She came to the rescue as well. So, yeah, they destroyed the ships. And I think that was basically all that they did. Yeah, they joined up with Aang later after Aang defeated. What was I? Sometimes it still takes me a second to remember people's names. Yeah, and then they were making fun of him, and Suki also tried to, name him a particular thing, but it didn't really work out. And yeah, that was it. And then by the end there, Sokka was making some kind of drawing of everybody, which did not look like nothing. You know how his drawings always they're not really accurate, And yeah, I think that was, they were reunited with the father. People were reunited. You saw the, it's a whole bunch of people that showed up in the series. You saw them. They were reunited with the father, and they're like, your mother will be proud, and that was nice. So that was it for them. And then you have the Order of the White Lotus also taking back Ba Sing Se. That was so cool. The way they were there at the beginning, then the eclipse, the comet came, and Iroh were just using that amount of fire, and then you see Bumi earthbending them into the city, and then you saw Jon do his thing, and then you saw the water bending the Gramps and Sokka's master also like the water is slid, and then he was used sword to cut down people. He was really cool. And they took Ba Sing Se, and then they burnt the flag or whatever of the Fire Nation that was there. I was the one that burnt it. And then and then he was, after they took Ba Sing Se, he was in the tea shop, and then Sokka was also Sokka. Why am I messing with people's names tonight? Zuko was also there, serving tea with him. I'm like, oh. What else? I'm trying to see. Like a whole bunch of stuff happened, but I feel like that was basically it when it came to the people. Yeah, and I was about to mention that particular scene, and then I started talking about Zico. Oh my goodness, Zuko. Zuko went to visit his father in prison, right? And Zuko thanked him for banishing him because that set him on his path. And then Ozai was like, why are you really here? He's like, you were gonna tell me where my mother is. I was hoping that they were actually gonna show us his mother, or at least show some kind of reunion between those two. And I don't even know if Ozai told him what he needed to know. I'm guessing he did, but I just wish we could have seen that, because I've been wondering ever since, like, what happened to the mother? What happened to the mother? And then he asked about the mother, but then we didn't get any answer out of that. So I'm like, what happened? Yeah, I think, trying to think if there was anything else that happened that I might want to talk about. I think I mentioned, but like I really love the sort of like the symmetry of when we started this show. Aang was like stuck in this ice, right? He had his water bending. Oh my goodness, his airbending circle, whatever around him. Right? When he woke up from that, right? But then at the end, when he was facing Ozai, he also encircled himself in this boulder of earth to try to protect himself from Ozai. And then Ozai said something about him hiding. He can keep hiding forever or something or other like that. And I'm like, yeah, it's some kind of nice symmetry. We started the show with Aang, running away from his duties as the Avatar and getting stuck in the ice in this circle of air, ice, whatever. And then here he's basically hiding, I guess, a little bit from Ozai. So I thought that was some kind of nice symmetry. Some kind of nice imagery. Either way. It was nice. What else? I can't think of anything right now, but I feel like when I'm editing this stuff, I'm gonna be like, oh, I wanted to talk about this, but right now I can't really remember. Oh, there was something also that I wanted to mention. When I started reacting to Avatar, I don't know how Google does it or whatever, but it's like I'm on YouTube and then I'm seeing stuff from Avatar, posts on Avatar and stuff. And then there's this post about Zuko's story and everything, but I've never clicked on it since I haven't seen the show from the beginning to the end. I haven't finished it, so I didn't want to get spoiled or anything. I feel like I'm gonna go back and watch that because Zuko's story in this show has been amazing. He was banished. He started with wanting to reclaim his honor. He has to catch the Avatar at all costs. And all that. He did everything that he possibly could to regain his honor the wrong way. He betrayed. When I remember that, I still feel disappointed. He betrayed Iroh and all that. And then he finally got to where he was wanting to be, and then he realized that he lost himself all along the way, and then he decided to go on the right path. Then he became friends with the Avatar and the others, Aang and the others. So it's like then now he became the Fire Lord by the end there. So it's like, yeah, I also said something during the episode that I loved how Zuko's story basically started with an Agni Kai and ended with an Agni Kai. Although this Agni Kai didn't really... It wasn't... the first one with his father, he got banished, And then at the end there, he became the Fire Lord. Yeah. But was that a proper Agni Kai? Like, he started with those two fighting, but then he ended up with, Katara also being mixed in there. So I don't know, but it's still a nice thing. He started with an Agni Kai and he ended with an Agni Kai. And at first they took away his right to become to the throne, I guess, first one, and now he's getting the throne back. So that's like a nice circle. So yeah, is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else. So yeah, that was Avatar: The Last Airbender. I love this show. I loved it. I don't know why I didn't finish it the first time around. It didn't really, I started watching it, but then, I lost interest. Sometimes it happens to me. I'll start watching something and then I'll lose interest in it. But now that I feel like I have to react to the whole series, it got me to really enjoy it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I did this. So thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time with whatever anime is going to be replacing this one. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. See, I knew I was going to forget something. Ty Lee joined the Kyoshi Warriors. Oh, I mentioned May coming back and all that, but I didn't really, talk about Ty Lee. That slipped my mind. At least I remember, right? So